You are late. Yes, I am. You can blame the time difference or jet lag or something. Crow just told me I should watch this show and listen out for a story about a friend of his. Right, Jake Chapman's high. That's cool. Okay, welcome to Around the Whiteboard. You can go to btwb.com no / anymore. They told me to get rid of that. Oops. You can go to btw.com and sign up to be on the whiteboard, and you can process all your stuff and have all your workouts in one place, and there's little GIFs and stuff that are on it. And if you own an affiliate too, if you actually go onto their Instagram is actually really good. They've put up videos. Come on, Hayley, it is good. They've put up videos the last couple of weeks where they've added new like things to their back end, so you can go on and see. I'll just go on their Instagram. It's on their Instagram. I don't know. Anyway, final. So I'm in California. It's noon. It's actually weird doing this at noon. This guy is waiting next week because the actual big final is on next week. And Seth and Colton are in the big final. And they're waiting for whoever wins this. Anything you say today will be used against you next week. Yeah. Adrian is on his third week in a row. So he won his bracket, then he won his semi-final, and now he's in this final. And if he wins this, it'd be an unprecedented fourth week in a row. Hayley Murillo thought that I forgot about her last week. I put out the guest last week, and she goes, "Am I just out?" So she didn't realize I was behind. So she's back. She won her semi-final like a month and a half ago, nearly. And Barclay lost is in amazing like ball of fire fashion while driving on the way to the dentist or whatever. He spoke like a robot for about 20 minutes, lost, like got absolutely annihilated. And he's fifth in line today because Brandon Luckett couldn't do it. The person that Brandon Luckett beat couldn't do it. The person that Brandon Luckett beat, who they beat, couldn't do it. One other person couldn't do it, so Barclay's up. So yeah, we're getting to the end of the series and we're kind of running out of people that are willing to listen to me for 20 minutes. Okay, we've got three topics as always. We've got points, which I'll have to keep on my phone this week because I've no like paper or anything. And Hayley, you're closest to me. So you're going to go first, and I'll just write in your name, and I'll write in Barclays too while we're at it, and I'll write in Adrian. All right. We have got, am I on the right clock? I am. We've got three topics. First topic. Friday and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday on the Tier Wadapalooza SoCal live stream, which has a really handsome host. I'm hosting that. The reps ahead are doing they're doing an undercard, and they're doing a main piece, kind of like consider it an appetizer for the Tier Cup. And you've got two females on the undercard, and then two females on the main thing. That's on Saturday, and then the same on Sunday. And it's what we're focusing on today is Jason Hopper and James Sprague, because James Sprague is the fittest man on earth, and Jason Hopper is the fourth fittest man on earth. So I'm wondering who's going to win reps ahead. If you're not familiar with reps ahead, it's basically an interval style workout, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. If I get any of this wrong, correct me. 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. It's the same like interval over and over again, and what we're looking for someone to get. What is it, Barclay? 12 reps?
I don't know what the number is this time, but a certain number of reps ahead, or whoever's ahead at the end of the certain number of rounds, which in this case is 3.
Okay, I think it's 12 reps. Might be 7, but I think it's 12.
Sure, sounds good.
Probably should have looked that up, I guess. I mean, all you guys obviously looked it up because you're all jumping in and correcting me there. So James Sprague.
We don't want to make you look bad, you know? We're good people.
Yeah, worse. You don't want to make me look worse. So James Sprague and Alan Pepper, or James Sprague and Jason Hopper are going head to head in that, and so are Devin Kim and Lauren Stallwood are the undercard for the girls, and then it's Kyra Milligan and Annika Greer, and the undercard for the guys are
Riley Humrighouse and Malachi Bennett.
Yes, Riley made up surname, and Malachi sounds like he made up first name. Bet it. Riley Humbrig House. He made that up. That's not a real story. Okay. So who's going to win it? Hayley, you're up first. You got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Go.
All right. So I'm going Jason Hopper. James, he tends to do really well in bigger competitions. He's a home run hitter. So when he has an event he's great at, he's probably going to win it, which is going to allow him to gain some points on someone like Jason because other athletes are getting between the two. I'm picking Jason for this specific race just because he's someone that talks a lot of trash. He loves to go head to head with other athletes, and I just feel like he's going to hold his own in this case. The whole 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, those are intervals all elite CrossFit athletes are training. So I think they're very familiar with those. The movements aren't going to hold them back. So this is really going to be about rep speed, transition, and who's really going to show up that day and compete because the transitions are going to matter. So I'm going Jason just because of the head-to-head thing. I think he's going to hold his own here.
Good stuff. Barclay, you're up. You got 60 seconds. Time starts now.
Jason.
James is going to win. James is nearly four times as good as Hopper at box jump overs historically and 10% better at snatch workouts. He's also better at interval, round for time, and AMRAP workouts. So James just has the edge on most things when you look at the data historically. But he also has the edge psychologically because James is coming off of a win at the games and Hopper took fourth. Not only does that mean that he did worse than James, but he also did worse than Dallin Pepper, which is an even bigger hit to Hopper's ego. And while Hopper is worried about covering the payment for his mortgage on his new house, James just got married, so he's living in a high right now, and he feels no pain. James all the way.
Wow. That was actually really good. Guys, can we just a moment of appreciation for Barclay actually delivering an answer like a human? All right, Adrian, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Well. First of all, okay, I say first who I think. I think James will win. Just he's on the high from winning the games. I think it's the best high you can have in sports. The workout, it looks really boring. So I think you're going to have a boring starter. And I already said last week, you're also going to have a boring main card. So, yeah, I don't understand why they cannot make it more interesting workout for that kind of style. But, yeah, James will win.
Christ. Okay. Fuck's sake. Right, Hayley. You got 20 seconds for rebuttals. If you want to tell Adrian how exciting it is, you can use it for that if you want. Your 20 seconds starts now. Off you go.
I mean, these two guys are going to make it fun regardless. They're two of the, in my opinion, the most fun athletes on the guys' side to watch. They're up and coming and they're ready to throw down. So I think regardless, we're going to have a good show.
All right, Barclay, and off you go.
I spent the last 5 years building the world's largest CrossFit database, and off of that, a live win probability model and a predictive model. Sprague is supposed to win 60%.
60% of the time?
No, in this workout, there's a 60% chance that he wins.
Oh, okay. All right, Adrian, you've got 20 seconds if you want it.
Well, I'm 100% sure it's going to be boring to watch. That's what my stats say. I think it's just I don't understand why they don't make a workout where you, I don't know, like a sprint or something, or like a machine, and then someone sprints and where tactics plays. There has no tactic in this workout. It's just like you have to keep moving and moving and moving. It's really hard to make ground. I know I got over the top.
No, you're okay. All right. God, Hayley's having a nightmare. I'll do up your scores there. I was going to change your name. Adrian is too long. Adrian. Adrian, I absolutely love having you on this show.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Like I said, it's like, where are you going to make a difference? Maybe on some transitions or whatever, but it's so hard in a workout. Like, it's an open style workout. It's so hard. Like, everyone goes rep, and then the next point is you have two very similar athletes. So there's like 2 points where it's like, well, it's just gonna be a little bit somewhere where someone has an edge, where you make a workout where tactic plays a bit a bigger role. So you can see maybe 2 different tactics. Like maybe one guy comes out and he just sprints the first 20 calories on a machine, and then other guys like, oh shit, I actually have to do that as well, because otherwise I'm already like out of the competition. It's more like this. Like, how do you want to sprint the first 12 toes to bar?
Yeah, so it's like 12 toes to bar, 8 box jump overs, 4 squat snatches. So toes to bar, I mean, maybe you get 1 rep ahead if you have a faster cycle rate or something, but like you can only do them so fast. Box jump overs, same thing. Like maybe you gain 1 rep. Squat snatches, it's only like 155. So again, like to those guys, it's nothing. So yeah, it is, and it's the same. I watched. Actually, I didn't watch it. I saw the last time they did it. I can't remember, where did they do that, Barclay? Was that some gym? I can't remember where they did it. But
Yeah,
like,
it was a gym.
They've invested a ton of money into it. Like the prize money is really good. Like
how much?
Do you know the number, Barclay? No.
Stop asking me questions.
You have a database that you've been making for 5 years.
You should definitely
On the
know the number.
finishes. No, I should know because I do all the stats
said,
for reps ahead anyways. No, I don't know.
They haven't actually said like what the prize money is, but I know it's decent, and I know that all the athletes are paid like just to do it. Like, so there's a participation payment and a victory payment or whatever. I mean, you don't get paid for second place. Like, just like you either win or you don't win. But you get paid for turning up. And the last time they had like all the Be Friendly guys are all out there. Like they had, they've invested a lot of money into it. It's just, I fucking hate the interval thing. I just hate it. Like, I don't like the fact that you've got a built-in rest and then you start again, and then I just don't get it. I'm on Adrian's team where it's like, it should be done. Now, you're not going to get any points to that answer, Adrian, because it's not really fucking relevant to the question, but it should be done. The workout should be programmed in a way where it's like an out and back or something, or like a chipper or like something with some kind of ladder in the middle, or something like machine and ladder and machine or something. There should be some element of jeopardy to it, not just, all right, well, he's only going to get maybe 2 reps ahead, and then they're going to have to stop anyway. So even if you shit the bed on the second round, you're going to get a rest, and they have to stop working. So I don't know. Anyway, so Adrian gets 1.5 because he like sort of just said a name and then gave out about the workout for the rest of the time. Barclay like just dropped countless statistics and also flexed that it's not really a flex because it's kind of nerdy, but that he's basically built a database specifically just to answer this one question on this one show. Okay. Hayley got 2 then too. So our second question, more and more events are starting to do live streams. We've seen Lauren Khalil going to different events and doing live streams. We've seen Be Friendly going to different events, doing live streams. You've seen Savan going to different events, doing live streams. Other events are doing their own live streams. Some events are doing none. NorCal Classic last weekend, no live stream at all. And they're relying on word of mouth and behind the scenes stuff from Hiller and Savan and others. And like, that's one model. And then you have the live stream model too. My question to you guys is, what matters more? So what's worth investing in more? Because everything costs money, obviously. So is it worth investing more into a live stream, or should you just take that money and give it to the prize fund, or give it to, I don't know, volunteer t-shirts or whatever you're going to do with it? All right. So
I have a question quick. You mean like no live stream or shit live stream?
It's all in there. So
Okay,
some people invest in bringing someone to the event to do a live stream, and then it's just like on a phone and like it serves its purpose.
Yeah, okay.
And other people invest like, oh, let's bring fucking, what's the name of that company? Hamilton Road, and do a big like build out and whatever else. And that's, tens of thousands of dollars, but it's everything. So, all right. I'm all fucked up now because Hayley was closest to me.
I know, my internet, sorry.
Who is next? Barclay is next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. Barclay, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
So the core of this question is, where does additional funds need to go? Because we all agree that there is more money that needs to go in the sport of CrossFit for it to grow. The question is, where does it go? In this case, live stream or prize fund. If the money goes to the live stream, then you'll get more theoretically, you'll get more eyes on the competition, and then those athletes will get rewarded theoretically in a social media, from a social media standpoint. Spectators will get to see them more, sponsors will get to get their stuff out. But if they're not rewarded for competing from a financial standpoint, then they probably won't come to those events as frequently in the future. If you do the opposite and you fund the athletes for competing, then the media, the live stream will come after that. So pay the athletes first, then volunteers and the organizers, and then for media afterwards if you can afford it.
So, Adrian, you got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
Oh, well, he kind of took it. Well, like I said, you have to ask yourself, do you prefer to watch a shit competition with shit, or your average, sorry, not shit, but your average Joe athlete, and you have a great live stream, or like I'm not even turning it on then, or you prefer to watch a bad live stream and you watch the best compete against each other? So for me, definitely the question is, I even watch like a shit live stream as long as I can watch the best of the best. So I think you should invest in the athletes, and then, yeah, like he said, the rest will follow. But at the end also, because if you have more, I don't see my time, how much is left. If you have more athletes in live, you can be sure that at least you get more people coming to watch the event, and that's money as well. Where a live stream doesn't give you money really. Good in stuff. The first point.
All right, Hayley, 60 seconds. Time starts now.
All right. So I am going to go with media. The growth rates in CrossFit have been on a decline since 2018. That's when the media team was fired. Most athletes aren't starting CrossFit for the prize purse. And so I guess think about this, like if you're an aspiring kid that wants to play basketball, you're not going to go hang a poster of a check up in your room from Michael Jordan, right? You're going to go hang a poster of Michael Jordan slam dunking his basketball. That poster is media. Media inspires people. And that is what we need right now. Athletes, they seek glory, they seek moments. And if they get paid, great. But I guess if money is the thing that we're chasing, like I wouldn't have my daughter do CrossFit. I would have her go play golf or tennis if it's all about money.
Fair. All right, Barclay, 20 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
If I were competing in CrossFit, which let's make clear that will never happen, I would rather have Michael Jordan size check than a Michael Jordan size poster.
I like it. Okay, Adrian, 20 seconds. Off you go.
Well, my daughter definitely gonna play one day tennis and not CrossFit. That's for sure. Yeah. On the other hand, also, the point what she said was Michael Jordan. To have Michael Jordan have a nice picture, you need to have him showing up, and for that you need money.
Hayley, last 20 seconds are yours. Off you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's like CrossFit athletes are still going to CrossFit. They're still going to compete. But if we want to have this thing grow, like the media needs to be better. It needs to be existent. Oh, only use 10 seconds.
Fuck you. Okay. Let me do some scores. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I feel like I think I understand what you're saying, Hayley, but I feel like you're maybe conflating things of like, yes, media is important, but like that poster of Michael Jordan isn't from TV footage of the game. It's because someone was there with a camera and took a photograph of it and made a poster out of it. So like, investing in media is one thing, investing in a live stream is another thing. Like to Adrian's point, if you have for the cost of having a live stream, could you have hired a better photographer? Or for the cost of having a live stream, could you have hired two photographers?
Especially, sorry for saying that, but I think CrossFit is very boring to watch. Like in a way of like I said, it's. I think it's
don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, not it. Just don't do it. I do it, and I think it's boring to watch it as well. Like I prefer to watch a good ice hockey game than over a CrossFit game. Of course, if you're invested, it's a bit different. But like my point is more like as a competition, where do I get more interest out? If I have like great pictures from the events, for example, or if I have a live stream, and that's like what maybe Pedro was meaning a bit in CrossFit. Where can we get the most buck for the money, or I don't know how you say that in English.
Yeah, bang for the buck. Yeah,
bang for the buck.
Now, Hayley, just to be clear, he sent this message in when Adrian was talking. So he's jumped ship.
Yeah, I know. I was like, who's he talking about? Yeah, Jesus.
Adrian, are you doing the German throwdown? No. I saw. Did I see you put up a competition recently, Adrian? No.
No.
Oh no, you're doing a training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, training camp. I knew.
You want to come?
Yeah. I mean, if you're willing to invest and flying me over, I'll come. That's about all I'd be good for. I'm not going to actually train. Okay. Points after that round. So Adrian's on 3. Sorry, Hayley, I didn't update yours. Hayley's also on 3. There you go. Someone asked last week.
There we go.
Why? So when I have this up, they said, "Oh, maybe move the question to the top so we can see the scores." But the purpose of that is that you don't see the scores until I want you to see the scores. That's the purpose of it being down there. Someone also messaged me earlier on. Let me get the name. Lee. Genuinely love this show and how boring questions can still create an entertaining 30 minutes. Fuck you, Lee. You come up with better questions then. No, I mean, that's the purpose though. When you have like, there's a science to it. There's a science to me having, like, I'll never forget having Taylor Self, Brent Fikowski, and Ariel Lowen on the same show. Like, that's the science of the show. The science of the show isn't, oh, let's have 3 really interesting questions. The science of the show is having someone like Adrian who's dismissive, disinterested, but still makes really good points, going up against someone like Barclay who's purely data-driven and fact-driven and shows almost no emotion or, like, you know, any kind of illogical thinking about anything. And then you have someone who's done the sport who says, yeah, it's boring. Like, that's the beauty of it. You know, you want coaches and athletes who have different opinions. You don't just want amazing questions and nobody saying anything. I think that's the purpose. Speaking of which, our last topic. Barclay, you're first. No, Adrian, you're first on this one. Go to town, buddy. So rate the Rogue qualifying system. So there's 2 ways of qualifying for Rogue. I'm going to defer to Barclay. Sorry, 3. This is why I'm going to defer to Barclay to explain them. So there's the Q, which is an online set of workouts. They've been out, they've been done, they've been completed. The leaderboard is being finalized, I think. It's basically finalized, but they're just making sure everything's absolutely perfect, because last year, like, Anjala Kai and a few others, like, fucked up lunges and got knocked out and stuff. What are the other 2, Barclay? So there's a 3-year look back, is that right?
I think they switched it to 3. It was initially 5-year, so we got to give them credit for switching from 5-year, well, technically 6-year to 3-year look back. 3-year look back from specific competitions that Rogue has identified as important, and only earning points for finishing in the top 20 in those competitions. And they take roughly 10 athletes from that system, which is the point of this question here. The third way is getting invited.
Oh, yeah. So Katie and Bill basically have carte blanche to just say, you know who we really like? We really like Royce Dunn. Let's invite him. So even if it doesn't make sense on either of the other 2 qualification processes, they can just, like, pluck. So let's say if Jeff Adler bombed, if they didn't have the 3-year look back, Jeff Adler pulls out of the games this year, doesn't do the qualifier, Rogue can still say, hey, let's invite Jeff because he's a Rogue athlete and we want him here. So they can just pick anyone. Like, in theory, they could invite Barclay if they wanted to.
Let's go.
All right, Adrian, you're first up. You've got 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Well, at the end, Rogue can do whatever they want to do. I think for a good show, you need to have, like, if you watch the past years, it was funny. Every time, literally the 5 people who came from the qualifier were always in the bottom 5 or around that. So you could just see there was a big drop of level. I just don't understand why they not just invite the top 20 from the games and just have, like, a second games a few months later, just a bit a smaller one. What's that noise?
It
No,
sounds
it's
like
not here.
someone's doing an ultrasound.
Oh, that's the F-45 flying overhead. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Are you done, Adrian? Do you want your last 14 seconds?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Hayley, you're next, I think. You got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
All right. Is it fair? It doesn't matter if it's fair or not. Rogue, this is one of the most premier events outside of the CrossFit Games of the year. They lay it all out before the qualifier, so we all know how they're going to find these athletes that are competing there. They literally on their website say that they reserve the right to invite whoever they want. This is an invitational. It's their sandbox. They can do whatever they want. They're going to invite the athletes that they feel are best for their show. And I think that's what they're doing, and they can do what they want. My clock froze.
You're basically done. All right, Barclay. Oh, wow. Barclay, you've got 60 seconds. Time starts now. Off you go.
The actual question says rate the system. So my rating is this is unnecessary out of 10. They need to never, ever use this ever again. They have the right. I mean, everyone said it. They have the right to invite whoever they want. And what they've done now is they've cornered themselves to inviting certain athletes. Basically, they built it to have an excuse to invite certain people and defend their reasoning for picking certain people when they didn't have to do that in the first place because they could always invite whoever they wanted. So first off, they've said that they've done this for years. And second off, on their website, they say that this is a beta and you can't have both things be true. So they're already contradicting themselves and cornering themselves with the system when they should just realize that it's their game and their rules.
Good stuff. All right, Adrian, you got 20 seconds. Hayley, you're having an absolute nightmare. Adrian, you got 20 seconds. Your time starts now. Off you
go. Yeah. Well, I made my point. I just think that like if you would say the top 20 from the games, you would give games athletes, like maybe there's someone in the 22nd place on Sunday afternoon and he's like, hey, let's try to push into the top 20 so I can compete at Rogue as well. So you just give another goal as well.
Yeah, your time's up. Barclay, off you go.
Oh, okay. The reason that Rogue is such an honor is due to the exclusivity of being invited. Yes, we know it's based off of games placement normally, but there is a sense of exclusivity, and that's not the case anymore with this system. So get rid of the system. Don't justify your picks.
Good stuff. God knows how this is going to go. All right, Hayley, you've got 20 seconds. Let's see if your data holds up for 20 seconds.
I know. Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's their competition. They could do whatever they want with it. I think everyone's kind of on board with that. But yeah, it would be interesting to kind of look back and see kind of how the qualifiers are doing versus the invite athletes, just as a whole, year after year.
Good stuff. All right, here he is. Look at this. There's Lee. Keep the shit questions going. I'm just going to ignore the second part. I'm just going to keep the shit questions going. Adrian, when I do this show, so the final is on next week. When I do this show as like just picking whoever I want, will you just come on every week?
I can next week. That's why I want to lose today, because my mom comes to visit next week and I cannot explain her that I have to do a podcast.
Well, listen, you've achieved your goal. If that helps.
Good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think the interesting thing about the Rogue qualifier or the qualifying system. So I think Barclay's right. I think they should have just kept it as, hey, here's our list. Even if they wanted to fucking throw darts at a dartboard with names on it and just say they're the people that are coming. It's their show. Like, it's their ball. They can do whatever they want. Like, everyone else wants to play with it, so they make the rules. And I think the qualifying, the look back thing is what confuses me. So when you see like Amanda Barnhart getting an invite to Rogue, and you're just kind of scratching your head, being like, "What? Like, how did she get invited over people who were at the games this year or who performed really well at semifinals this year?" And then you realize that it's the 3-year look back or whatever, and you're like, "All right, okay, yeah, I guess she did Rogue like last year, and she did the games last year, whatever." But it must be frustrating if you're an athlete, and I know you're saying it's up on the website and et cetera, but it must be frustrating if you're an athlete who finished whatever 10th at the games this year, and it's like, oh cool, I didn't get invited. And then it's like, then you see that someone who didn't compete this season got invited, and you're like, oh, that's a bit of a kick in the balls. But yeah, it like I say, it's their ball, and they can go home or do whatever they want to. Barclay messaged me yesterday and said, when I asked him to do this show, and said, oh shit, this is a final. And then said, oh shit, the big final is next week. Wouldn't it be crazy if, having not won anything, he made it through to the big final? That's exactly what he's done. So Barclay finishes on 5. Adrian finishes on 4. And Hayley, wherever she is on earth, finished on 4 as well. Just honestly, the pure stats and the, like someone said earlier on, where is the message? Someone said Barclay is a robot. Listen, go back and watch Barclay's first appearance on this show, and you will be amazed at how much he has improved from that show to this show. I know Barclay like reasonably well, and he came on that show, and afterwards I was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that? And then this show is just like normal human. It's great. So tomorrow, no, what day is today? Wednesday. Friday at 6 p.m. our time, California time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. in Ireland. You can go on to the Loud and Live sports channel on YouTube. I'm using up Barclay's 30 seconds to talk about this. You can go on to the Loud and Live sports channel on YouTube, and you'll have me hosting basically like a Pat McAfee style college football pre-show and post-show to the Tier SoCal Wadapalooza, to the Tier Cup and Reps Ahead on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. And we're going to have, I think, like Chandler Smith is going to be on it with me, Noah, I think Matt O'Keefe, Lauren Khalil, Tommy Marquez.
Sounds like a hell of a party.
Oh, Adrian, you've no idea. I'm trying to think who else.
Kinda.
Listen, Adrian, it's going to be a fucking fun town party. And anyone who's anyone is going to be there. And next week on Wednesday then, where is it? We're going to have the big final, which is Seth from Jump Ship, Colton Mertens, and somehow, God knows how, Barclay Dale.
I feel like I need to give it to Hayley.
But why? She didn't have a better answer.
Well, she's not going to win anyways if fairness is bad, so it's the same.
I know. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know.
Adrian,
I have nothing to say about this internet.
Adrian, if I FaceTime you during the live show, would you be up at 4 a.m. Spanish time?
No problem. If you want some fun in your life, then we can get that.
More fun, Adrian, if you want more fun in your life. It's already going to be fucking fun.
Oh, yeah. After the people you just mentioned.
Yeah, I'm the only one that matters, Adrian. All right. Go and watch that, though. I'd also appreciate it if anybody that's watching, there's like about 100 people watching. If you go and watch the Brandon Luckett video I put out the other day, I'd really appreciate that too, because I'm kind of proud of it. All right, Adrian, thank you very much. Enjoy the visit of your mother next week. Oh, shit, hang on. Adrian, say Viva.
That's the best. I saw this. This is where we were like, I saw this comment. I tried to re-comment it, but I can somehow not comment. So
yeah. What is it?
It's like in Switzerland we have 4 language, and that's in that 4th language, which is like Latin or something similar. It's anyway, it's from my hometown. Is like a saying.
Oh, so that guy is Swiss.
Yeah, must be from my hometown.
Wow,
He's from the good part of Switzerland, apparently.
Wow, we've just zoned in on Savannah's dog's hometown. All right, Adrian, thanks. Enjoy the visit of your mother next week. Barclay, see you next Wednesday. God help you. Hayley, thanks. Maybe it's time to update your internet provider. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Please watch the